The LG G6 may see the introduction of integrated wireless charging technology for the very first time on an LG phone. If there's one thing the LG G5 isn't, it's boring. With two rear cameras and an accessory slot that lets you modify the hardware, it's a phone that really thinks outside the box. LG announced a brand new wireless charging transmission module a few days after it revealed the LG G5. The module will be installed in future wireless charging pads by the end of 2016. The charging module can pump your phone battery up to 50% in 30 minutes. The same charging rate we see from fast chargers on phones like the Samsung Galaxy S7 and Galaxy S7 Edge. This may mean we see the introduction of wireless charging on the LG G6. Apart from that though, rumors are quite few and far between at the moment. When we talk about LG G6 release date, the LG G5 was announced in February and launched in April, while the LG G4 also landed in April. So April 2017 seems a good bet for the LG G6, but there's not yet any information on when it will arrive. So for now, that's just an educated guess. So what we want to see in LG G6? A more stylish design. With the G5, LG finally embraced metal, giving us a handset that looked and felt far different and far higher end than the LG G4. But it's not the home run it could have been. A thick layer of primer mix paint on the top of the metal left it feeling a little like plastic, and the overall design is rather plain, lacking the flair of the similarly metal iPhone 6s or HTC One M9. So we want the LG G6 to have a design that's not just high-end but also stylish. An app drawer. LG made the questionable decision to remove the app drawer from the G5. A decision that was so questionable it was quickly pressed to reverse it. So now thankfully you can restore the app drawer to the phone. But to do so you had to manually install an older version of the UI. That's a hoop we rather not jump through to get a feature that should come as standard. So hopefully the LG G6 will have it out of the box. It's been rumored that Google might be planning to ditch the app drawer from the Android altogether. But until or unless that happens, we want our phones to keep offering it. Better battery life. The LG G5 deserves a shout out for being that rare flagship that has a removable battery, but sadly the size of the battery is slightly smaller than we'd like. At 2800 mAh it's not tiny, but it is smaller than the Samsung Galaxy S7 HTC 10, or surprisingly even the LG G4, all of which have 3000 mAh juice packs, and they are not even the biggest batteries around. The Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, for example, has a 3600 mAh, so we want good battery life for LG G6. Just has much innovation. One thing we love about the LG G5 is just how packed full of innovation it is. From its modular add-ons to its dual camera, there's a lot here that other flagships don't offer. A focus on innovation is nothing new for LG. After all, this is the company that put buttons on the back, gave us self-healing phones, and was one of the first to include a QHD display or a bendy screen in a handset. That's not even a complete list of its smartphone innovations, and hopefully we'll see a lot more from the LG G6. A front-mounted fingerprint scanner. LG added a fingerprint scanner to the G5, but it stuck it on the back. At first glance, that might not seem like such a bad idea. After all, it's out of the way and easy to reach while holding the phone. But if you got the phone on your desk, you suddenly got to pick it up to unlock it, which wouldn't be necessary if you could just reach for a sensor on the front of the handset. Few other phones have this problem, and hopefully the LG G6 won't either. Front-facing stereo speakers. The LG G5 just has a single speaker on the bottom edge of the phone, and while it's adequate to, it's no match for a quality pair of front-facing stereo speakers. Granted, audio through headphones is far more important, and the G5 does a good job there. but it would be nice if the LG G6 also has power built-in speakers. More modules. The ability to augment the LG G5's hardware is theoretically one of its best features, as it's not really something we've seen before outside the likes of Project Era, which isn't out yet. But currently there are only 2 plug-in modules for the G5 and neither feel particularly essential. Hopefully more will come, but we want a far wider selection for the G6 at launch, so buyers can really customize it and make it their own. A wide-angle front-facing camera. The wide-angle lens on the back of the LG G5 is genuinely useful addition, especially as it's an optional one with a more conventional 60 megapixel sensor also included. It's just a shame that innovation didn't extend to the front of the handset. The LG V10 has 2 on the front but only 1 on the back. For the LG G6, we would like to see 2 cameras on both the front and back. A brighter always on display. Like the Samsung Galaxy S7, the LG G5 has an always on screen, and in some ways it tops Samsung's offering, as it gives you a notification for all of your apps. Trouble is, it's so dim in this mode that it can be hard to actually see what it's trying to notify you of. Making it brighter could have an impact on the battery life, but it's a problem that we'd like to see solved for the LG G6. A final layer of polish. Ultimately, there's not a huge amount wrong with the LG G5, but it also just doesn't fully come together as a cohesive whole. It needs that final layer of polish that turns a good phone into a great one. The sort that feels special the moment you pick it up. As it stands, the LG G5 is an accomplished, interesting handset, but it feels a bit like LG threw everything at it to see what would stick, rather than having a clear vision for it. We hope the LG G6 will be every bit as innovative and adventurous, but that the finished product will feel a little bit more complete. Thanks guys for watching this video. I will back with the next one.